Hey, Rook, you finally finished all that paperwork I asked you to do? Wait, what? You actually want to get out into the field? Haven't you seen what's been going on in Baltimore recently? Why would you ever want to go out there? Well, I guess if you did pay $60, you actually are going to want to play this game, right? So in this episode of the Academy, I'm going to teach you guys the controls and the HUD of Battlefield Hardline. So you may say, Schwantz, show me what you're working with, like Mr. Call. These are the buttons that I like to use, the classic agent buttons, so I'm going to be going over those. The left stick is your normal move your character around, click it in to sprint. The right stick is where you look, and holy shit, I just got ran over by a fucking SUV. Maybe I should have used the left stick to move, bitch! Get out the way of that SUV coming at me. Alright, so let's go over the rest of the controls. Just like any other shooter game, you got holding in the left trigger will ADS, right trigger will shoot. The X button is for reload, Y button is to swap weapons here. A is to jump, clicking in the right stick will make you crouch, and clicking in the right stick again will make you go to prone, and yes, I did see that guy over there. B is to use your melee, or if you hold down the B button, you could then run with your melee weapon out and use the right trigger to kind of swipe at people, just like my wife does with my credit card. As I'm going to throw down health for that guy right there because he requested it. I'll go over that in just a little bit. The left bumper button is going to be for your grenades, as I see a couple of people down there. Let's toss out the grenade. And no, you ain't Mario Batali. You cannot cook nades in this game, so if you wind up and throw your grenade like I did right there, it'll just throw it. There is no cooking of any grenades. So, you may ask yourself, Schwantz, if the left bumper button throws your grenades, I'm used to having the right bumper button throw my nades. So what the fuck then is the right bumper button for? Well, the right bumper button is for this thing called the spotting feature. As you see, if you aim in on somebody, let's aim in on somebody or something. There's somebody right there. So I aimed in at him. You see how that orange triangle showed up on my mini-map? That will show up on my mini-map when you spot somebody. As you see me... God damn it! Holy shit, I almost fucking died to that guy. So I spotted that guy, which has him show up not only on my mini-map, but on the mini-map of all of the players on my team. So spotting is a very useful technique, and it's pretty unique to the Battlefield series. As you see me spot that guy on a motorcycle, you see the motorcycle on my mini-map and also on my screen. So you are going to want to spam the spot button. That's right, folks. Spam the spot button, because not only will it help you, it'll help out the rest of your team, even if you can't shoot at somebody. And I had no idea where the other guy was. Was he over in the other corner? Yes, he must have been. I just must not have seen him because he was camping like a biatch, like a biatch. But that's not the only thing that the right bumper button can do. I will show you what else the right bumper button can do as I spawn on E, which is actually being taken right now, but we're going to hide over here in the trees. If you hold down the RB button, you actually bring up a list of commands here. So the commands that I mostly use are need medic, need ammo, and thank you, as you see here. Now, how you select a command is using the right thumbstick. So you're holding down the RB button. If you want need medic, you go up and left with the right thumbstick and let go of the RB button. And it says need medic in the chat, and it'll also display on everybody else's mini-map. Need ammo is over here. Need a ride is another one. And thank you if you get revived, or affirmative if you want to, you know, communicate with your people in your squad. Now, the bottom one, request order here, is for the squad leader, of which I will show you as soon as I stop getting shot at, and unfortunately, I could not fucking turn on that guy. I'm too busy trying to educate you fools! Let me do my tutorials, god damn it! I'm going to spawn on the Bravo objective. So when you do request order, that actually sends a message to the squad leader to pick an objective for you to go after or defend. Now, since I am not the squad leader, I cannot actually pick an objective, but let's go ahead and go into the team setup. Let's leave my squad and create a squad here. So now I am the squad leader of this squad, as there's a guy in the bushes. As I kill him, gonna revive the next guy. There's another motherfucker in the bushes over here too. There's two motherfuckers in the bushes. Put that shit on the grill. Anyways, so as a squad leader, you could point at an objective and hit the RB button, just like the spot button, in order to tell people in your squad what objective you want to take or defend right there. the D-pad controls are as follows. Up on the D-pad is to toggle on and off your gun accessory. Here, I have a flashlight. So if you want to shine a light in motherfuckers' faces, you would keep it on. Or you'd hit the up button to toggle it off if you're being sneaky-peeky like James Bond. All spy games up in this. Now, down on the D-pad is to change your fire ability or your fire control. Select fire, if you will, from Call of Duty games. So right now I have it on fully automatic, so let's spray fully automatic. This is semi-auto, and this is burst mode. So it's a 2-round burst for this particular gun, which is the G36. Now, left on the D-pad will pull out Gadget 1, which is in my case the med bag. And right on the D-pad will pull out Gadget 2, which in my case is the defibrillators. Now, if you have a gadget that's just equipable and not usable, kind of like a gas mask or something like that, you won't actually have to select it, as I got fucking pincered right there by this guy with a goddamn infinity sign. What, do you work for the fucking car company, dude? Or are you just a poser and want to get an infinity? The G36, or the not the G36, that's the gun. The Infinity G37s are actually pretty dope looking. So anyways, those are the D-pad controls for that ass. Now, let's go over the HUD, as actually I have one more control to go over. If you hold down the start menu, it'll bring up the scoreboard, and if you hit RB, you can pull up the big map at any time. This is very convenient if you're a squad leader and you're looking for an objective for your boys to hold. Alright, so let's go over the HUD here, and holy shit, this guy's not having a good day, is he? Anyway, so with the HUD, in the bottom middle portion of your screen is going to be your D-pad mapping. So you see I'm hitting up constantly on the D-pad. It's showing the flashlight toggling on and off. Down on the D-pad will also toggle the fire rate from fully auto to semi-auto here, and that's also reflected in the lower right-hand part of the screen right there, as you see the fire rate getting toggled on and off. The other parts of the lower right-hand part of the screen is the amount of ammo you have left in your clip, plus the amount of ammo you have overall. Then there's that grenade indicator right there, plus the faction icon of who you're on, which I think is way too fucking big and stupid, considering what I'll tell you later on about the mini-map. There's also your health bar right there, right next to your grenade indicator. Right now, I'm keeping it hunted, son. As you see, I have full health. Then the little bar below that, you can kind of see it. It's a little bit white right there. That is my perk bar. Once that fills up, I can get perks. Now, how you fill that bar up is getting points without dying, as you see me direct my squid odd to go and capture the alpha objective there. Now, the perks will show up in the little boxes that are over off to the side right there, as unfortunately I fucking died. Alright, I'm going to spawn at the deployment away from the action so I can take you guys through the rest of the HUD here. In the lower right-hand part of the screen, those 4 boxes right there, those are where the perks are that I was talking about earlier. Now, the lower left-hand part of the screen is actually the most important part. That is your mini-map. That's going to tell you where all of the shenanery is going to be going on. Now, at the top part, you can see right there the timer in the game and also the objectives in their status. We've got B and C. We do not have A at this point. Also, it shows you the number of tickets that are left for both teams. Your team is always the team on the top. Holy shit, that's a lot of fire! There's lots of shit on the minimap. You could see locations of all the med bags and all of the ammo crates. You could also see the people that have the health bars or the little cross symbols right there, or the little ammo signs. Those are the players that are requesting ammo or med bags. You could see them show up on the minimap. That little defibrillator symbol is also going to show up on the minimap of the people that I need to go ahead and revive, as I revived the squad mate right there. There's also the orange triangles. Those are the bad guys. As my fucking teammate just stepped right in front of me throwing a Molotov. Thanks a lot, you fucking douche canoe. Jesus Christ, I was going to point out about how nice you guys were in the squad. But no, this asshole decides to step right in front of my fucking firebomb. And then I spawn into an absolute shit show right here. getting gas grenaded and all that other nonsense. Alright, anyway, so back to the mini-map here. You could also see faintly the white outline of this conquest objective. It's kind of hard to see because there is a lot of motherfuckers over here, but you could see where the conquest objective is on the mini-map. The green players, those are your players in your squad. The blue players, those are your other random teammates, or as I like to call them, the blueberries. And you see that I am actually a green star on the mini-map. Now, the star is your squad's leader. I happen to be the squad leader, so that's why I'm green. But if I went to the team setup and I went to a different squad, let's go to this squad right here, you can see I'm no longer a green star. I'm a green arrow, just like a superhero would be. The green star, though, is your squad leader on your mini-map. Now, the other things that are on your mini-map are going to be important are if the triangles or the orange triangles or blue triangles, any kind of triangles, if they are kind of a smaller size, that means that they're on a different altitude than you are. So this is important when knowing if people are above or below you, as you could kind of make out, like, on the minimap where the players are, if they're above you or below you in terms of combat. As you see, this guy was right next to me right there. I'm going to try and toasty him, even though I don't have an MKX. So, keep your eyes on the mini-map at all times. Remember, everybody that gets spotted will go up there, everything. So the mini-map is the most important part of this game. If you keep, you know, watching between your screen and the mini-map, you'll do fine. Call of Duty players, you guys will have to adjust to it, because I know you're used to looking in the upper left-hand corner, which is where all the commands go. You see the chat box there in the upper left-hand corner? That's where all that goes. In the upper right-hand corner, that is your overall kill feed. In the middle of your screen is your individual point feed. You see me just get 10 points for a conquest control right there. So if you get kills, that's where it pops up on the HUD. And just like Forrest Gump would have to say, I think that's all I gotta say about that in terms of the kill feed, not the kill feed, the HUD rather. So I hope you noobs now know what the fuck you're doing when you get out there. But Rook, you're not ready for the prime time, son. You still need to learn about the 4 different classes that I will go over in a separate video. So don't worry if you haven't been following along as to what I'm doing right here. Just know the different controls and the different layouts in the HUD as you see me pick that guy off. Avenger coin, top part of the screen, just like in Call of Duty. So, that is going to do it. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention. In the other lower left-hand part of the screen, but not all the way in the immediate lower left, is the squad. So all of the green players are the players that are alive. All of the grayed out players are the players that are dead. And you can also see what kit they're using over in the lower right-hand part of the screen. This lower left-hand part of the screen, rather, next to the minimap. This is important because if you are the last player in your squad, you don't want to die, so that this way your squad gets wiped out and you got nobody to spawn on. So it's important to keep that in mind as well. And it also has the request icons showing up. You see my guys are requesting some stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and be a motherfucking team player and shit. So, that is the HUD, those are the controls. I'm going to go into each class specialization next time on the Academy. But until then, Rook, make sure you do 20 extra miles on the treadmill this week in order to prepare your fat ass to get out there and get running with the boys, because you got unlimited sprint in this bitch.